Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. WildMax1 here bringing you another Raid Shadow Legends video. And today we're going to be doing another champion guide, this time on a support legendary from the Sylvan Watchers faction, Ms. Elva Autumnborn. Elva Autumnborn is currently carrying my account through several game modes. In today's video, we're going to be going over her skills, how to build her, and showcase her in some game modes. And hopefully, if you picked her up, she'll be able to carry your account too. Let's get into it. So Elva was released in early 2024 as part of the drop for the Sylvan Watchers faction in patch 6.2. When she first came out, there were a few players who were like, hey, isn't this just a budget Siphi? But in my opinion, that is categorically wrong. While they do have similar kits in terms of an A2 that buffs, an A3 that revives single target, and an A1 that can heal, and a passive that can heal, they have very different niches in the game. There are things that Siphi can do that Elva can't, and there's definitely things that Elva does that Siphi also cannot do. And with that, let's take a look at her kit. Starting off with her A1, Scepter of Thriving. Attacks when enemy places a 15% continuous heal buff for 2 turns on the ally with the lowest HP. Great A1, right? A1s sometimes can just be throwaway skills. In this case, it's making sure that you're getting heals exactly where you need them on your lowest ally. Now looking at her A2, Nature's Path has a 75 booking up to 100% chance of removing all debuffs from all allies, places a block debuffs and a 30% increased speed buff on all allies for 2 turns, booking down from a 5-turn to a 3-turn cooldown. Really strong cleanse on her A2. This is really one of the best cleanses in the game. It gives you block debuffs, increased speed, gets rid of any of the debuffs on you. It's just really useful, and on a 3-turn cooldown makes it one of the stronger ones in the game. On her A3, Sprouting Season revives a target ally with 40% HP and 50% turn meter, then places a 60% increased defense and 50% increased attack buff on that ally for 2 turns. Books down to a 3-turn cooldown. Now, the 50% increased attack, for me, that's fine. I mean, if you're rezzing a DPS, chances are one of your damage dealers is going to be the squishiest on your team anyway. So if they are the ones to die, it's nice to come up, especially if they're attack-based with increased attack. But the increased defense is really what I'm happy about for this ability, because when you're rezzing an ally with only 40% HP, you want to make sure that they survive the next hit if there's another one coming. And having that increased defense on this ability makes sure you can do that. And finally, her passive, Leaf Shroud, heals each ally by 10% of their max HP at the start of their turn, places a perfect veil buff for 1 turn on the ally with the lowest HP at the end of this champion's turn. Now, that synergizes really nicely with her Sprouting Season, because chances are if she just revived an ally with 40% HP, that might be the ally with the lowest HP on the team, which means that at the end of her turn, she will also be placing that perfect veil on them. Again, with the increased defense, just ensuring that they survive, making her really an incredible reviver in the game. And finally, let's take a look at her aura, which is all allies, speed in all battles by 19%. Great, couldn't ask for more than that. Now looking at her actual total stats, almost 20k HP, very high. Attack is irrelevant on this champion. 1.3k defense, very good. 110 speed, really one of the better speeds for supports in the game. Truly an excellent champ all around. Very survivable with these stats and that speed. And again, just from reading her kit, right? Her A1 places this every turn that she uses it. Her passive places perfect veil every turn that she takes. So you know that with that speed, one of the key things when we're going to be building her is going to be focusing on speed for her to make sure to get the most out of her A1 and her passive, and then additionally just keeping her alive. So the primary focus for stats on her is going to be speed and survivability. That's it. And now let's go take a look at how I have my Elva built. So despite the simplicity in Elva's priority stats, there's a lot of different creative ways that you can build her. You can focus on her in PvP. She's effective there. You can focus on her in Clan Boss. You can focus on her in Doom Tower, wherever else. So if you're going for a more PvP focused build with Elva, I would recommend going with a Stone Skin build, either 2-turn Stone Skin or maybe Stone Skin Supersonic. That way you can make sure that she remains there as a cleanser for your team, right? So I would make sure to get her as high resistance as possible. That way, when your team gets CC'd by an enemy debuffer, an Armans, or whoever, she can come in with her A2 and then cleanse you. Now, again, even if you don't have Stone Skin specifically, you can pretty much put her in any set. As long as you have her stats right, she's going to succeed for you and on your team, right? That old adage, stats over sets, has never been more true than with Elva Autumnborn. As long as you have her quick and survivable, she's going to crush. You can put her in anything. You can put her in Resilience, Fortitude, Guardian, whatever you have. As long as the stats are right, as long as she's fast and hard to kill and hard to take down, she's going to perform well for you. Stone Skin, specifically for PvP, very helpful because there the whole match usually really gets decided within the first turn, right? For high-end PvE content, when you're really trying to push damage, having a 9-piece protection set is very helpful from your Soul Reviver or Cleanser on that comp. But none of these are necessary. Regardless of that, let's take a look at how I have mine built exactly. So 9-piece protection, again, for that important protection of the buffs, as well as the 5% more damage per buff placed by the wearer. And she does place quite a few. Again, with her A1, she's placing buffs every time she uses it. She places 2 with her A2. She places 2 with her A3 if she does end up using it. And she places 1 with her passive every turn. So let's look at the pieces of gear that I have. Starting with the accessories on the ring, I have HP with HP Ascension. For the amulet, HP with HP Ascension. And the same thing for my banner. Gloves, I have HP percent. Excuse me. Chest, I have defense percent. For boots, I have speed with speed. And again, anything I can get that it will increase her survivability or make her faster, that's what I focused on from the protection gear, protection set that I had available. Now let's take a look at relics. As you can see, I really didn't focus that much on her relics. So I just wanted to make sure that she had something that was relevant. So for me, I really want to make sure that Elva is going to revive as soon as somebody on my comp dies, especially in Hydra or Chimera where she is the only reviver. I wanted to make sure that she got turn meter whenever somebody got low or whenever somebody got killed. So in terms of best relics for her, for me, this one works just fine, right? But if you want to talk about high-end stuff, if you're really rolling in the relics, if you've got really lucky crafting, then let's take a look at some of the best that you could put on her. Just from looking at this page, I would call out Cardiac Heart, Hallowed Hilt. Again, just looking at the stats of the relics will let you know which ones are really great. Chances are that if you're already crafting these and you have these in your inventory, you know what you're doing. Hallowed Hilt, another really good one for that speed. Chrysalid of Rebirth. Again, she's a reviver. This is great for her. And then one that I'm really hoping to get my hands on soon is the Harp of Caspiel. Whereas turn meter fills by 5% each time they use a skill that doesn't deal damage. This one could be really good on her. So again, any one of these relics, if you have them, great. If you really want to focus on her and make her your best reviver and healer, then that's something that's going to work for you. Okay, now let's take a look at blessings for Elva Autumnborn. The blessing that I am currently using on her is Intimidating Presence. On the teams that I use her on, she is the only Intimidating Presence user, and she is currently 5-star awakened. So this is very useful for me in those comps. Again, having a faster speed aura, having my team go faster, having her go faster really benefits the team. If you already have an Intimidating Presence user and you don't need that, then you can go with something like a Miracle Heal potentially if you need it for that comp. You can end up going with Temporal Chains for PvP if you need that. Heck, even Polymorph if you get her high enough, if you get a 6-star Polymorph on that. Any of those can work. Survival Instinct, another one, could work just fine. So any one of those is good. You can pretty much just pick whatever you need for your comp. And finally, let's take a look at Masteries. So There's a lot of different ways you can approach Masteries on Elva. If you're having her be that tanky, high resistance cleanser, then you probably want to go down and grab yourself Unshakable. It's going to really boost her resistance there. But for me, again, I'm looking for her to be a fast reviver. I already am doubling down with that by using Demonic Effigy as my relic. So I'm making sure that I go down and pick up timely intervention. So whenever another one of my allies HP drops below 25%, she's going to get 20% turn meter. And oftentimes that is enough to push her ahead. And let's say I have a DPS or a damage dealer get killed during one of my Chimera or my Hydra clan boss run. She's usually immediately there, pick them up with her A3, get them back in the game with that increased defense, usually also with the perfect veil. So going down, getting things that maximize her HP and her survivability, and then increasing the value of her heals. This is pretty much the way to go. And then on the defense tree, I went down just to pick up Cycle of Revenge, which I thought was useful with the critical hits, and then decreasing her damage taken from AoE. If you want to, and you want to increase the damage output on her, you can probably go down the offense tree and just pick up War Master, just to give her some damage if you're looking to progress in like Demon Lord Clan Boss or something like that, or just want to give her some kind of hit on her A1. For me, it's really just for her all about that survivability. So I'm always going to be going for timely intervention on her. So now that we know how I have her built, let's take a look at how Elva looks in Hydra Clan Boss and Chimera, the two modes that I use her in primarily, where she carries my heals and my revives. So the first place that I want to showcase Elva is in Hydra Clan Boss. Elva is currently my only reviver and the primary source of healing that I have for Hydra Clan Boss on Nightmare. Now, in this comp, normally I run Ninja as my primary DPS. Right now I'm trying out Onryo Ieyasu, and my current top damage that I'm able to get with that team, see up here, is just over 1 billion damage. Ninja does the lion's share of that damage, and Elva, as you can see right here, does the majority of that healing. So Elva is pretty much carrying all of the healing in that comp. And for this one, she's going to be doing the exact same thing. So let's go ahead and start it on auto and take a look at how she functions and why she's so useful in this game mode. So she's my fastest champ. She's going to start off by giving everybody a speed boost and putting up that block debuffs, excuse me. And then my champs are pretty much just going to start going for it. I'm going to have them all focus on the, what is this one? Head of Blight. Just because on this comp right now I don't have a Hex. Otherwise I would be going for that Head of Mischief first. Anytime one of my DPS, Onryo especially, who's a little bit low on HP right here, you can just see by the green bars. Anytime any one of them gets a hit or gets a little bit low, like right there, Onryo's usually taking the biggest hit. Elva's A1 continuous heal will pop on him, keep him alive, and because of 9-piece protection, give him a nice little damage boost. So right here, he's getting a little low. Continuous heal pops on him, immediately heals him up. And the comp just keeps on rolling. So at one point, I had 2 revivers on the team, but once I got Elva in 9-piece protection and I made her fast enough, she became the only reviver that I needed on this team. Really, really effective in this game mode and essentially just carrying it on her own. And the final place where I wanted to showcase Elva is in Chimera Clan Boss. So we're going to go down to Ultra Nightmare. Here's my team. We have Elva as the speed lead, and she is also the only reviver on the team, just like in Hydra. Ninja is my primary damage dealer, my only damage dealer on this team. Not a great week for him, but again, we're not here to try to put up best ofs. We're just here to try to showcase what Elva can do. So we're going to go ahead and start. Elva as my fastest champion is immediately going to put up increased speed and block debuffs. Most of them are protected, as you can see there. So 3 parts in this encounter where she is really, really useful. 1, protected buffs. So when the ultimate form, as you just saw there, tries to strip them, most of them can stay in place. When Viper form tries to steal them and put them and take them for itself, again, protected buffs, make sure that they stay in place. Elva also makes sure that she's my speed increase for the team. I have not yet seen a team, I don't even know if it's possible to hit a turn limit on this encounter, since there is a boss turn limit of only 65. So as fast as your team can go, as many turns as they can take, I think you're good to go in Chimera. So again, she brings that speed boost. She brings the protected buffs. She also brings the damage increase for Ninja because of the 9-piece protection set. And having only one DPS who does a lot of damage in Ram form, as we're about to see, Ninja pretty much always one-shots himself. And because of the demonic effigy, because of the masteries that I have on Elva, she's going to be able to very quickly pick him up. Although for my best run that I've ever done on it, I actually manual the Ram portion of this fight because I want to keep Ninja out of it for that portion. If I just auto it, there is a chance that Elva's going to res Ninja right and during the transition back to the ultimate form, and where he can unfortunately die again. So usually for that form, I try to manual it, but we're about to see here, we're already on turn 4. We're going to go to turn 5, and then once we get through that, we're going to transition over to the Ram form. Ninja is going to die once he attacks the Ram, and then the Ram should be targeting my Lady Mikage or one of my other 2 supports because they all have less crit damage than my Elva. So let's just watch a little bit further here. Now, I've been looking to tweak this team since I got Marius. There we go. So Mikage got 1 shot, and now as soon as Ninja goes again, so all right, so Elva is going to res Mikage right here, and then Ninja's going to 1-shot himself, and we just kind of keep rolling. She keeps healing, she keeps everybody speed boosted, everything's fine. She makes sure that none of the forms can apply any debuffs where they're protected, block debuffs. Really, really great. Right here we see continuous heal going on my lowest champ there. She's got perfect veil coming out on whoever she reses, like Ninja right there. Once again, 1-shotting himself. But yeah, again, she's a great, great support for this game mode. She's really what enables me to get that top chest every week. But like I said, I'm looking to change up my comp here without Ninja being the primary damage dealer and instead having that be Marius. And I think with that, there will be less of an issue of my champions getting 1-shot here on the Ram form. But as far as Elva herself is concerned, never had an issue with her. She's probably going to remain an integral part of my Hydra and at least one of the teams on Hydra and my Chimera clan boss. Really, really great champ. So there you have it, everybody. Elva Autumnborn, a reviver, a cleanser, and a support that puts out an absolutely monstrous amount of healing and that can carry your teams through a variety of content. If you enjoyed today's guide, please like and subscribe. Let me know down in the comments below if there's other champs you'd like to see a guide for. Thank you for watching today's video. Thank you for your time. Have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next one.